Boop-a-doop-a-doo.
Welcome to the Tom Bernard Podcast with
Co-host Catherine Brandt.
Alex Brandt Bernard Rasmussen.
Andy Brandt Bernard.
And Kristen Burt.
Kristen. I got to tell you, from 24 hours ago, there's a lot more light in your eyes. Because don't try to lie, you were sad yesterday.
You're not sad anymore, Kristen?
No, it's just been it's a culmination of 15 months. This was I didn't talk about it a lot publicly, a little bit here and there on your show, but it took its toll. And it's it's a new chapter and moving forward, and but having to say goodbye to a house that has a lot of history in the family is tough.
Oh yeah, we had to sell Melissa's grandma's house that was in the family for a long time. That was like 5 years ago at this point, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5.
Mm-hmm. Been a while.
And I only lived there for like a year and a half, and I was still very broken up about it when we had to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's emotional, and I mean, mine was a legal fight on top of it.
That
which
too.
Made it,
Yeah. Has to
See,
stink.
that's one reason I should be grateful for my dad, because most of our houses got repossessed. So
Yeah, you never
I
had
didn't have to worry about
No
it.
such thing as a childhood house when you're only there for 6 months at a time.
That's
Exactly
true.
Thanks,
right.
Dad.
We added it up. I think by the time I had turned 27, 26, I had lived in 40 different houses.
Wow.
40. That's a lot of houses.
That's a lot of transition too, especially on
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
kid.
God, yeah.
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 Neighbors, every
It's
time you meet
true.
a neighbor, they're gone 6 months later.
That's it.
I think
Chris-
I think we need to move Dad's camera closer to him. He looks like a tiny head on the bottom
Yeah,
of the
it's true. He's
screen.
the
Tiny
smallest,
noggin.
smallest of all.
I need to move this closer to me.
Yeah, watch out for cables. There, stop.
That's slightly better. We'll fix it after the show. I don't want to have anything get
That's
There you
true.
unplugged
go.
during
Yeah.
the show.
Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabankco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. What's happening?
Well, as we speak right now, the Emmy nominations are going on.
Oh,
So I
okay.
have been, they started at 11:30. So I'm just kind of scrolling for updates, and hopefully we will have some news in the next couple of minutes and see what comes out on top. Any bets for your favorite show of the 2024-2025 television season?
I don't think I can name a show from 2024, 2025.
Well, you watch shows from 20 years ago. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
then
your
your
dad
dad
kid
watches them
shows
from
and kid
50.
shows.
Yeah, and we watch like The Odd Squad and Daniel Tiger. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
none of those
Right,
are going to
in the
be.
throes
like-
of little kid.
none of those. I mean, is there like a best children's show category?
Yeah.
There is, and that's done at the Daytime Emmys, which will
Okay.
be in later this year.
Well,
Yeah, they do.
best new children's show that Ethan likes. What's it called? Oh, it's like they go into virtual reality and they like learn how people's jobs work. I can't remember what it's called. Melissa
Mickey
can tell
Mouse.
me.
No,
Yes.
doesn't make-
Well, although Mickey Mouse Clubhouse Plus is coming out in about a week.
What's that?
They're bringing Mickey Mouse Clubhouse back
I didn't know it ever
like
left.
20 years later. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what it
Are they getting rid of that gross, ugly Mickey?
I don't.
Yeah,
They've
the
been
like Ren
pushing-
and Stimpy Mickey.
Yeah, I've hated that for years.
Horrible.
Yeah, I don't
Mickey
know.
Mouse Club also came back about 5 years ago. There was another version
That
of
was
it.
Mickey
It was
Mouse
very-
Fun House, which is
Yes,
different.
yes, I watched one of those with Ethan.
Yes, we
and
know
I
all about
don't
the
like
Mickey
them.
Mouse 3D animation lore at this point, and how there's 80,000 of them and they're all identical, but they're not the same.
Right.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you, and I've talked about this before, but not for many, many, many years. When I went to KQRS 40 years ago now it was, the first time they handed me my free passes to Disney World because we were owned by Disney, that was like, oh my God, this is a great place to
Pure
work.
gold.
I remember
Yeah.
I was, like 3 years old or something, and you gave me one share of Disney stock that they gave us.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh boy, a share of Disney stock. I own part
You
of
probably
Disney.
still have that somewhere.
I
don't know how you find out.
I don't know if we ever sold it, because if not, then technically
I
I
don't
still
think
own
we've
it.
ever sold it.
Well, it is worth a whopping $120 right now. So
Hey.
120. Yeah, there you go.
$120 over 35 years. It's not a great investment, but
No.
hey, it's free.
They were a
But you
great
got a
company to
free
work
stock.
for, I'll tell you that. I loved working for Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin's gone crazy.
Yeah, but Bitcoin. That's the thing: is it crashes and it skyrockets and then it crashes again. It's too unreliable. That's why I don't do stocks either, because you never know. You put $10,000 into the stock market, it could be gone tomorrow.
Dan and I have a shampoo and conditioner that says biotin on it, and every single time I see it, I read it as Bitcoin for some reason.
Bitcoin.
I don't know.
Instead of
Bitcoin in
biotin.
here.
I know. I'm like, Bitcoin. That's my brain is just like, that says Bitcoin. And I'm like, no, it doesn't.
Officer Dave would like to know why they are rebooting Police Squad.
What is Police Squad?
They're rebooting everything. I mean,
Well,
that is
that's
really the
thing.
answer.
They're literally rebooting. They're rebooting Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, just like I said. So
Whatever. I mean,
nothing
honestly,
is safe.
But I know what you did last summer. That's coming back to the movie theaters.
is?
Like,
What?
We are constantly seeing. Yeah.
Is it called
I
like
just had
Know
a
What You
premiere
Did
last night?
I Know What You Did in Summer 30 years ago?
Oh, Lord.
I know what you did last summer. And yeah, I mean, and you have Scrubs coming back. I mean, there's just
Oh
so
my
much.
God.
They look at Hollywood right now is just looking at tried and true IPs because they're so
Yep.
nervous about doing anything outside the box or anything creative right now because it's not a sure bet.
Catherine,
They're
what's
looking for a
the,
sure bet to make money.
what's the name of the Doc Martin American version?
House?
No,
basically?
no. There's a new.
There's a
There's
new-
going to be a launch of an
Oh.
American Doc Martin.
It
It's
is
called
Best
something.
Medicine.
Best
Best
Medicine,
Medicine.
that's
Who's
it.
going to be in it?
Josh Charles?
Josh Charles is starring
Whoever
in it.
that is.
Josh Charles is huge.
I
Josh Charles was
wonder-
just in Handmaid's Tale.
Meh.
I
just-
mean, he's had a really big career.
I just don't know. I mean, if you're just going to have to put away everything you've known about Doc Martin,
Well,
because
yeah,
there's no
yeah,
way that
yep.
they can do the quirky
No.
village
No, and Josh
village of
Charles is not super quirky either.
yeah.
So
Well, let's
Yeah.
see. It was.
Where's it filmed?
What's it called? I already forgot. Best Medicine. That's what I'm actually going to look up. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Filming
he's also did
location.
Sports Night. He also did The Good Wife, and he's a really good actor. So it's just going to be a different interpretation of Doc Martin. Is
Well,
what it's
Martin
going to be.
Clunes is a very popular actor
Oh,
in
God, yes. He's in
England, and he's been in a ton of things. So he is a good actor. I think you have to be a good actor to carry that off.
Yeah. Think so.
Apparently, it's going to be filmed in a quaint coastal town in upstate New York.
There
which
you
is,
go.
I mean, I would say Maine would probably be a better fit for Cornwall.
Yeah, maybe.
It's
yeah.
a peninsula. It's cold and wet
Yeah.
all the time. There's not a whole lot of money there.
Yeah.
But I mean, upstate New York could work.
I guess. Yeah.
I'm sure because New York has all the tax incentives.
That's
why
the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newburgh, New York, apparently is one of the
Interesting.
locations. It's in Orange County. Population 28,000. So it's a
Well,
decent
I-
amount bigger.
Yeah, I
but-
hope I'm wrong because, I mean, The American Office did great and was a very good show.
Yeah, it sure
and
was.
It's still funny.
Well, there's a lot of shows that people don't know came from England. That we Americanized, and then they became big hits. Like Friends. It was a British show
Yep.
called Mates.
Yep.
Really?
No, I made that up.
Way to
But then everyone tried to copy Friends after that.
They
so when
sure
You know,
did.
lightning in the bottle strikes, everyone goes crazy.
Yeah.
And they really try to just go, hey, we want the next Friends.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm looking at all of the Emmy nominations because they were all in. A lot of it's from expected, like The Bear, Hacks, Abbott Elementary, Nobody Wants This, The Studio, Shrinking.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of the shows that Paradise, of course, was a new entry this year.
I watched
Matlock.
The Bear, and Tom keeps on asking me, would I like that? Would I like that? And I don't. Maybe you would, but it's also anxiety inducing.
go. No, is it?
Yeah, you really feel how effed up they all are.
Well, that's a problem, yeah.
And it's
And-
filmed that way too. It's
Yes.
loud and it's
Yeah.
quick cuts. And
Yeah, I don't know if you would like the way it's filmed.
You've told me that I shouldn't watch it. You're like, you wouldn't like it. It would like stress you out. And I'm like, probably. No, thank you.
Yeah, I mean it is really good, but it is if you don't like that loudness, like White Lotus, you hate all that background
Oh, the
music
background.
all the
I
time.
hate
It is
that.
irritating. It is, but God, it was we've watched maybe 3 episodes now, and this last one was so damn funny.
It was
When
good.
she's spreading the ash, trying to spread the ashes out in the
Of her mother.
of her mother, and she's like, "Oh, my poor mother."
Which one?
Arrow's
White-
season 1.
Lotus.
I was gonna say,
Yes.
what?
Yeah, this is season
Yeah,
one.
I'm like, they're
Oh,
on
okay.
season 1.
Yeah, I was like, what is?
Yeah.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, she's spreading her ashes out. She's like, my poor mother. Oh, she was a nymphomaniac. She was cruel. She had a lot of money, but she was really, really
I will
cruel.
say each season gets more and more like this last
Tolerable?
season. No,
Less tolerable.
Yeah.
Wacky, wacky,
Oh.
I think.
wacky and like uncomfortable to even watch at some points where you're like, you
Season 3 was a lot.
yeah,
Really?
like there were
Okay.
points where I was like, like why, like yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think that's what they.
always
I
fun.
think they do this intentionally sometimes. I
Oh,
think they
100%
just-
for sure.
I don't.
But yeah, season 1 I
It's
I
like,
liked, and
it's
then
like the
2
right-
I was like,
Yeah.
it was fine, and then this last one I've been like, I don't know if I'll watch it if another one comes out.
Yeah, it's like the Righteous Gemstones. I mean, it was always out there anyway, but it got so far out there. We were like, do we even let
That's
it
how
continue?
a lot of TV shows are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know,
drama
like-
series. It's Andor, The Diplomat, The Last of Us, Paradise and the Pit.
I don't know that one. Paradise.
Paradise is the one about, it's with Sterling K. Brown and what's his face? James Marsden plays the president, and he's supposed
Ooh.
to. Yeah, did you guys watch that? That's a good one.
No,
No, I
Sterling
like
K.
him,
Brown's
though.
really good. I like Sterling
Yeah.
K. Brown a lot.
Okay.
That's on
coming in.
Hulu.
Oh, a Hulu.
That would be one to watch on Hulu
Oh, that's
for
why I
sure.
haven't seen it because I don't have Hulu.
Yes,
Yeah,
you do.
that's
You
a
have
really good
Disney.
one.
If you have Disney,
Comedy
Hulu.
series is Abbott Elementary, The Bear, Hacks, Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, Shrinking, The Studio, and What We Do in the Shadows.
Those are not
I
very
say-
good comedy shows. I got to be honest.
Abbott
with you.
Elementary
Abbott
is
Elementary is pretty
fantastic.
Oh,
It
come
used to
on.
be.
It's
I
very-
Come
love
on, Tom.
Abbott Elementary.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's pretty
but
fun.
Abbott's
oh,
amazing.
Kristen, there was this last season they talked about race sometimes, so now Dad doesn't like
No,
it.
we
You
haven't
can't
watched
watch
it in
it.
a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was
Oh.
during, I don't know, during COVID. I thought it got, I don't know.
I
there
thought
was-
she was good. The woman who came up with the idea for the show. I thought
Quinta
she was
Brunson's great.
Yeah.
good. Yeah. she's
Janelle
good.
James is great as the principal.
Oh, she's hilarious.
Yes, she
I
is
love
hilarious.
her.
Who's
Yeah.
the
So
very
ridiculous.
the outspoken, very powerful woman in
The
it?
principal.
The principal.
The principal. Yeah. Who is that?
That's Janelle James.
Janelle.
She is, and I'm not making this up. Out of every black friend I had as a child, that's how all their mothers acted. It makes me laugh because they're like, Bernard, what are you doing here? It's like, I was like,
Her comedic timing's brilliant.
Oh,
yes,
amazing.
it is.
So
It's
good at what
really
she
good.
does.
I think she's my favorite character because she's just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's wonderful, no question about it. So, TV's going to be okay in the upcoming year.
Yeah, it's going to be okay. It's going to be less content, and we're already feeling
Yeah.
that. I think this summer you're seeing it's just a lot of unscripted content that's coming out right now. But we'll see more in the fall, of course. But it's just not going to be like it was 5 years ago when we just had, 5 new shows each week consistently for 52 weeks a year. We've definitely contracted. The budgets are smaller. You definitely see that.
Well, I think that might actually be a good idea because there was so much content that there's not enough hours in the day to watch things, and then things came and went so fast, or they had these weird release dates where you had no idea when it was actually going to be released.
Right.
And you forgot about them or just stopped caring about it because it was just too hard to figure out what to watch.
I would love to see less time in between seasons. That to me would be lovely because, sometimes waiting a year and a half for season 2 can be frustrating because I don't remember what I watched in season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it Billions? I remember losing track of that because they would paywall some of the episodes, and then
Yeah,
some of
that's
them
so
were
annoying.
free, and then I never knew when it was coming on. I watched it pretty consistently for I think a couple of years, and then this is just too hard to find. I'm not doing this anymore.
Yep. Yeah, that's one thing about streaming TV that can be very frustrating. It's amazing to me too. You have something like Handmaid's Tale. It stretched out over 8 years, but it was only 6 seasons, and it just took so long to
Right.
conclude. But we had strikes and we had pandemics and everything, but it was tough.
Yep.
No, it's
Absolutely.
understandable.
So maybe less content is better in the long
Yeah, and
run.
hopefully continue with quality too, because maybe with less content, you can really focus in on the writing and the acting and the story.
Right. I like that.
Kristen, do you have an all-time favorite show that, just it was to you much better than any other show you'd ever seen?
Schitt's Creek. to me
Oh,
was
It was good.
amazing from
I
the
loved
first
it.
episode to the last episode. It
So-
didn't disappoint me. I always find that a lot of times by, you reach season 4 or 5 and there's
Yeah.
missteps. That show was so tightly written. They wrapped it up nicely. It felt good. You didn't walk away going, they missed the mark on that.
She was so fantastic.
Yes, and Eugene Levy.
Moira.
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 Catherine
It's
O'Hara.
David.
David.
That whole cast, though, I mean, what an ensemble they put together.
They
Yeah.
really were great together. They played
Chris-
off of each other beautifully.
I have to ask you a question because I'm not really upset by it, but I've known Billy Bob Thornton for a few years now, and I saw him on a commercial this morning.
Well, he probably got $10 million.
They
So I don't feel
probably
too
did.
bad.
Everybody.
Kevin Costner
Everybody.
was just in a
Yeah, Kevin Costner was.
in a
right?
what was it for? A hot sauce or something? Something
I
really
don't remember.
yeah.
Well, if you want to know how actors are earning their money, it is not through their TV and film.
Right.
Yep.
It's
Okay,
commercial.
I've been
That's
seeing-
the
okay,
truth.
Kristen. Clarify. What are they making that
Well,
is so
yeah.
hard to live on?
They're still making $500,000 an episode.
Well, remember,
I'm sure.
you look at someone like Kevin Costner, and he did last year. He was doing what was that movie? Horizon, an
Oh,
American
yeah.
Saga.
Yep.
He put in $38 million of his own money. He had a high-profile divorce.
Yep.
He remortgaged part of his home.
Sure.
And the money didn't earn it back. And he's no longer earning $20 million a movie.
What's
he
he-
doesn't get back end points anymore.
I know, but what was he making for Yellowstone? He had to be making a ton.
He was making good money, but it wasn't 20 million. He was making television money, which maybe was 4 million.
Yeah.
But his lifestyle, remember, he's got a huge compound. You've got multiple homes. You can't afford it.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's time for them to
Downsize?
downsize
Yeah.
their lives.
Downsize would be great, absolutely.
Yeah.
But they were still, once you've had a taste of that movie star lifestyle,
I don't know. I feel like
have a
even
hard
if
time
all of
telling
a sudden
story.
I became this multimillionaire, I wouldn't do that because it's going to end at some point. And then
Yep.
what do?
Yep.
And now you're, shilling garbage on TV because you need to make ends meet
Well,
because you have to pay for your
right.
eighth house.
That's what very wealthy families with legacy money, they used to have to live off the interest. They were like, never touch that principal. You
Right.
That's what you
live
do.
off the interest. You're living fine. You're living great.
Mm-hmm.
You're living better than 99% of the people on the planet. You don't even have to work. Just live off the interest.
we do stories all the time of like the unexpected, Hollywood celebrity who still keeps a random job or who, drives an old Toyota or something. But those are the anomalies. Like
Yeah.
it starts happening, once, especially if you're on a broadcast network TV show, they always say season 2, like everyone drives in with their Honda Accord. And then by the end of season 2, they are riding through, with their Mercedes or whatever, luxury car that they want to drive. And then, season 3 comes the big McMansion. And it's
And
a
they're
gradual
helicoptering
thing.
in. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
probably the best example of that is professional athletes because being a
Yeah.
professional athlete is by nature a limited career. I mean, 30 is considered old for a professional athlete.
Sure.
So it's like these kids right out of college, they're making millions of dollars
And
a
a
year.
lot of them come from very poor areas.
Yep. So the
Yeah.
first thing that they do is they buy the mansion, they buy the fleet of cars, they buy everyone they know a car. 5 years later, they get an injury and it's all gone. And it happens every single time.
It does indeed. Oh, I got to run this by Kristen because it's bothering me. I haven't talked to you guys about this yet, even. But I went through. When you lived here, did you ever used to go down to Lake of the Isles?
Yes.
You did?
I went occasionally. Yeah.
Just beautiful walk and all the rest of it.
Stunning. Yes.
Things have gotten so bad in downtown Minneapolis. About over half of those houses are for sale.
What?
Isn't that sad? This
are.
beautiful neighborhood. If you've never been here, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you got Bidet Makaska or Makasa or whatever the hell it is. Lake Calhoun when I was a kid. Lake Harriet but the real beauty, I mean, they were beautiful neighborhoods, but the real beauty was around Lake of the Isles. And about half the houses have a for sale sign out in front because it's too dangerous to live there now. It's
Yeah.
sad.
Oh, that
There's
is
a lot.
really
There's
sad.
a lot of home invasions in
Yep.
those areas now. We
Yeah.
have a friend that's leaving her house because every single house has been robbed
Yep.
by her.
Terrible.
I know, it's awful.
Yeah. Not by her, not
home
that she
invasions
robbed.
everywhere are scary.
I know, it really is scary. And that she was living alone in this great big.
Oh,
huge-
that's frightening.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know where is safe because I keep hearing
Yeah.
about them, even in remote areas where you would think, oh, well, that's going to be a safe neighborhood.
Get a big dog.
Cornwall, that was safe.
Yeah, probably not a lot
some
going on in
areas.
Cornwall.
There's some areas in Cornwall that aren't safe.
Really?
Sure.
I
There's
didn't
some
know
very,
that.
very, very
Yeah, what
poor
are you gonna
areas
do?
that are not safe.
That's
but
true.
You're not going to see them as
What are you
as
gonna
a
do?
tourist.
So I don't know any of the stuff coming out this upcoming year that you are already thinking this is going to be a hit.
I will start getting some of the pilots soon.
Yeah, right.
Screen for fall. And that's usually when you kind of get, oh, they've got a hit on their hands, or no, they don't. Like when High Potential last
Right.
summer when they sent me the screener, I'm like, oh, this show's going to have some muscle to it. So that has done very well for ABC. But the broadcast networks, they're just trying to have anything stick to, it's like spaghetti on a wall.
Why don't they do like focus groups and see what people might actually want to watch?
Because they don't care what people want to watch. They care
You don't
what
care.
they want to
What's
make.
going to
Don't
bring
care.
in the money?
Well,
It is
if
too
you have a
bad.
hit, you get money, right? Or am I wrong?
You do, there is a disconnect because you have seen. Well, we did well with Superman over the weekend, but in general, superhero movies haven't done well, and they're like, okay, great, we're going to greenlight more superhero movies because they just know that down the line, even if it's not a box office hit, they can do well with streaming and they can do well
Yeah.
with other merchandise. So that's why they just go in that direction. I'm like, it's so unoriginal at this point.
It really is.
I know. How many Superman movies specifically are
my
there? There have to be
God.
30.
That's all there have been for
Yeah.
so long.
We had Christopher Reeve, and I mean, you've had so many different Supermans. Andrew Garfield,
Let's see.
Spider-Man,
Right.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
There have been between 78
George
and
Reeve.
2023. Oh, no. Including this year, 12 major Superman movies.
Really?
Well, even just look at if you take a look like the TV properties and the film properties. So you have like Henry Cavill played the reboot. You had Christopher Reeve, of course. Tom Welling did it in Smallville. Tyler Hoechlin did it in Supergirl. Like, there's so many different offshoots of this.
There have been.
Are they still doing the
George
whole,
Reeves.
like, what if Superman was evil thing? Because that has gotten played out. They played that out, like, at least 15 years ago.
No, this new Superman, I think, is more classic.
He's just regular
to
old
Christopher
Superman?
Reeve.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Loved that show when I was a kid. I got to be. Oh, what was that? That guy's name was Reeve too. Was
Yeah.
George Reeves.
George
George
Reeves.
George
Reeves.
Reeves
Right,
with
there
an
you go.
S, and then
Yeah.
Christopher Reeve, no S.
There you go, George Reeves. There you go. And he got
Yeah.
shot to death by his neighbor, didn't he?
What?
He did die of a gunshot wound. I'm not sure
Yeah,
exactly
I think his
how it
neighbor
happened.
shot and killed him.
Well, no, what happened was they shot him, but it didn't do anything, so they threw the gun at him, and he got a concussion. and he
Yes,
died.
that's what it was. Absolutely, no question about it.
No, he shot himself.
Oh, he
Oh.
killed himself.
Well, they think. The official finding was suicide, but some believe that it wasn't.
yeah,
Oh, one of those controversies.
Yep.
he was a big drinker, wasn't he? I think, if I,
I mean,
remember.
who
right.
wasn't at that time?
Well,
Yeah.
that's true. Back in those days, they were all booze hounds, making the
Booze
big dough.
hounds.
Yeah.
Making the big dough, no
Three
question. about it.
martini lunch.
Catherine and I watched a couple episodes last night of Thriller, but it's the British version of Thriller.
Oh, this was very old.
very old.
The woman, what's her name? She was in Get Smart. I mean, this is how old it is.
Oh, yeah,
Barbara.
Barbara Billings. No, Barbara.
Barbara-
Barbara.
Streisand.
God, she was
Shoot.
she was very attractive.
Barbara Feldon?
Yes.
Barbara Feldon,
Yeah,
there you
she
go.
was in.
She's still alive.
Is
Yep.
she really?
She's 92.
She's 92.
Oh, I thought
my
she was
God.
very exotic and Get Smart when I was a little girl.
Yeah,
Very exotic.
absolutely.
She was born in Pennsylvania.
I know. For some reason,
Very exotic.
I thought she
Coal
was something
miner's
else.
daughter. There you go. That's how exciting that was for everyone. But no,
Yeah.
I just, Catherine and I like to watch new shows and then watch really old shows and then kind of middling shows. We move back. One thing that's really amazing about that is you see how society has changed and what
Yes.
they want to watch.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Oh,
There's no
20,
question.
20, 30 years ago, everything was a sitcom. Everything had a
Yeah.
laugh
Yeah.
track.
Yep.
It was all very formulaic.
That's very, very true.
You know what
And those exist, but like name a big laugh track sitcom running
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. You're right.
Can you name a single one? Because I can't.
Yeah, laugh track.
Yeah.
I don't know if they do laugh tracks
They do.
anymore. They
We
do?
were at Melissa's mom and brother's house, and they were watching. I don't know what it was called. It was a show like there's a black guy and a white guy and they're friends, and
Oh, The Neighborhood?
Yes,
That's a fun
Don't know
show.
how you got that, but
They do some of them on Netflix too. Netflix has some comedies that use a laugh track.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
have to
you'll see 'em
listen
every
for
once in
them.
a while.
So you got a big day coming up today?
I'm flying back to Los Angeles today.
Oh,
Oh,
so.
that's a short flight. Boston to Los
Oh,
Angeles.
Yeah,
Yeah,
What's that
it's
guy-
a long one.
Is that like 5 hours?
6.
Six
It is
hours.
solid 6.
That's almost as long as the flight to England.
It is.
Yeah, I was
is,
like,
yeah.
you're not in.
Wow.
You're still in the U.S.
Thing you have to remember
Huh.
too, you're flying into the jet stream, so
That's
Yeah, it's a
true.
slow
Flying
flight.
west is always worse.
flying west is tough.
That's the nice thing
Wow.
about Minnesota to Florida. It's like technically you're going west when you're going Florida to Minnesota, but not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like going from
But it
New
does-
York to LA, you're
Yeah.
going like 12 miles an hour the whole time.
Well, you've got the Rocky
about it.
Mountains with the jet stream and all that
Yep.
fighting you. Yep.
It's all true. All right, we will talk to you. Will you be on tomorrow because you got the long
Yeah.
flight? Oh,
I'm
you will?
landing tonight, so I will see you tomorrow.
Perfect.
All right, we'll have a safe
right.
flight,
Yes.
and again,
you.
it's got to be tough for you leaving that house for the last time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was yesterday, so onward and upward.
Oh, so yesterday was the last day. So that's good.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Kristen Bird Entertainment News brought to you by North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Take a break. Be right back in a couple of minutes. Sandy in for Chris, because Chris was in for Sandy yesterday.
Yes,
Yep.
we swapped out.
That's how it all worked out. We'll be right back.
People.
A couple of minutes. From Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. What's up, Pally?
Oh, not much. Doing my usual thing of telling people they shouldn't be texting and driving. In Minnesota, you can't have your phone in your hands. You can use, hands free, but you can't have your phone in your hands for whatever reason. And that's why they made the law the way they did, so that police officers could see a phone in your hand and you got no excuse for why you got it there.
Do people know that that's the law?
I hope so. I mean, they used to follow it, and then kind of COVID kind of made people forget. And now it's like a freewheeling world out there with cell phones.
Let's say you get pulled over because you do have a phone in your hand and you're not watching where you're going. You got to be in pretty big trouble then, I would guess.
Well, the first one's not as bad. It's the multiple ones, the problem. And once people start stacking them up, then they have a big problem. And then what we're doing in car accidents is we've started bringing motions for punitive damages, because I'm trying to use the civil law any way we can to stop this, because it needs to stop.
Whenever I'd had any problems in my life, who was that I called again? It was like an MB, something like that.
Bradshaw and Bryant.
You're listening to me, your customers are listening to me, and they'll hear me promote your business. The Tom Bernard Podcast attracts thousands of listeners who are loyal, engaged, ready to support businesses they trust. Our podcast, oh, by the way, I should mention, Andy, that lots of people, thousands of people listen to the old episodes, so that was nice.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well. I mean, these things have been out there unable to be listened to for over a decade, so
God, I suppose that's
it's
true.
new content to a lot of people.
That is wonderful.
Great.
So thank you all, those of you who stepped up while we're on vacation. We're not just about ads, we're about results. When you're a local business or a national brand, we offer custom advertising packages designed to fit your unique needs and goals. Our audience spans multiple demographics, allowing you to target your ideal customers with precision, from millennials to baby boomers and everyone in between. With the broad reach we have on the show and passionate following, your business will see increased visibility and awareness, translating into more customers and sales. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Sandspear Sports brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers seeking justice for the injured. Contact Bradshaw and Bryant at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. This morning at about 7:30, I texted Bob, and it was one of those deals I didn't pre-read it before I sent it to him.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
And it said, "Hey, Danny, give me a call."
Danny.
Danny.
Danny boy.
Dan Severe.
I have a cousin named Danny.
Oh, well, there you go. That must be
Should have
what I
passed
meant.
it on.
Hence your confusion at 7:30 in the morning.
I just said, no, I was up because I was doing my show, BS show, but I just said, Tom, this is Bob, not Danny.
This is Sandy, not Danny.
Sandy, that's, yeah.
Yeah.
It
can see how you
is.
could
This
do
is
that.
Sandy, not Danny.
So,
Well,
Bob, are you in the mood for some stories about dogs eviscerating rabbits?
I'm sure that you've
Huh?
seen plenty of that on your farm.
No, probably.
Yes.
I've seen eviscerations.
Yes.
Disembowelments.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, Alex said a story about May that
Little
Okay.
May.
Little May.
terrier May.
I'll start from the beginning. So yesterday I let May outside, and she wouldn't come inside.
They have a fully fenced
We have a
backyard.
fully fenced in backyard, and then I looked out from the deck, and I saw her like, kind of, you know how dogs, if like there's a toad, sometimes they just like,
Sort of lunge at it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
their face
Quickly.
is just kind of like, boop, boop,
they're
boop.
just like pecking at it.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
I was like, leave the toad alone, come in the house. And then she ran in the house and was totally fine. And then a few minutes after that, Sage was running over to the neighbor's house and he left the front door open. And usually, if he does that, Fawn, May is gone. Like,
Yep.
she is like, I'm going to go find an animal to kill, goodbye. She just
That's
stood
great.
in the doorway. And I was like, that's really weird because she's never done that before. And in hindsight, I now understand why. So I went to the grocery store and picked up Fawn from her summer camp and then came home and I was getting dinner ready and then Dan and Fawn go upstairs and I hear Fawn shriek and
Oh,
Dan
God.
scream, May, no! And she had a baby bunny in our bed.
Oh,
And
you go.
Birch's
Major Godfather moment right there.
exactly, exactly.
in the
and,
bed.
Yep, on my white duvet.
Nice.
And then she brought it down to Birch's bed and tried to hide it, and there was blood all over Birch's bed. And then she went underneath.
I died.
She went underneath our bed with it, and then Dan had to like pull her out. He was like, he called down. He's like, "Could I get a paper towel?" I was like, "Yep, I got you." And then Fawn came downstairs. Well, because I didn't know what happened. I heard the scream and the whatever, and Fawn came downstairs and she was like, "May killed a baby bunny. She ate its head."
Oh,
And I was
nasty.
like, "What?"
Oh,
So I went upstairs to Dan, yeah, and so I brought Dan a paper towel, and then he like had it on the paper towel, and Sage was like, "Can I see if she ate its head?"
Oh,
And there
That's
it
a
was,
Sage
and
thing.
my duvet was all bloody, and Birch's bed was all bloody, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna bleach everything in the room."
Yes,
Yeah.
this is an ad for OxyClean.
Like, yeah, I washed my duvet once with OxyClean and once with regular detergent. I was like, oh my god. And then
Oh,
I was worried. I was
wow.
worried that I was going to move my duvet and the bunny head was going to be in there.
yeah, because like, did she actually eat it?
Yeah, or did she take it off?
'Cause you
And
never
then
know, yeah.
and then I was like, what if the head's under our bed? And Sage comes up and he's like, "Do you want me to crawl under your bed and see if the bunny head's under there?" And I was like, "Yes, please." And he did, and he came out and he was like, "I didn't find a bunny head, but I did find these sunglasses." I was like, fantastic.
Hey, are they mine? I'm
And
losing.
then I was out to dinner. So realizing why May didn't run is she had already had this bunny in our house.
Oh.
She was like, "I don't need to go anywhere. I have a kill."
My
I
kill
don't
is in
know
the
where.
house, yeah.
I don't know how long she had it in there, because I never saw her bring it inside.
And Birch didn't act weird about
Birch didn't act weird at all. It was just like, and then I was out to dinner with friends last night, and then Dan sends me a video of in our backyard 3 more dead baby bunnies
it. Oh,
spread
at
throughout
least
her
you didn't
yard.
bring
and then
all
it-
of them in.
Yep, the hole to the warren is right underneath the kids' climbing wall in the backyard, and she just sat there staring at it, and they came out, and then she killed all of them.
Oh,
You know what the moral of the story is to me?
what?
Not every rabbit multiplies.
Yeah.
Actually, 90% of rabbits do not make it to 1 year old.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Because they're so dumb. and-
Yeah, they're stupid as hell.
Yeah.
They just
Those
go
dogs.
walk into a predator's mouth. That's why.
Yeah.
We
Nice
have
dogs.
rabbits in our backyard, and they are not smart. We have a baby bunny, and you can walk by it, and what it does is instead of running away, it just flattens its ears and crouches a little.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm invisible. I could just walk up and kick it if I wanted. And
We got somebody reached out to us. Hey, we found 6 baby bunnies. Do you want? No, we don't
No,
want 'em. We
because
have
6
enough
baby
animals here."
bunnies is 150
that's
in no
the thing
time.
is if
Yeah.
you like keep them in captivity and you like let them breed and you keep them safe, you can literally end up with thousands of them within a couple generations.
Yeah, I think it's also, there's some law against people keeping
Wild animals.
wild,
Wild
rabbits.
bunnies.
Most, well, it
I don't know
depends.
why.
I know, like, for example, migratory birds. We had robins build a nest in our backyard in an area where Ethan could have easily just gotten at them. And so we had to kind of keep him away from them for a while. You're not allowed to move the eggs or the nest. It's illegal because they're migratory birds.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if we had just like put the nest over, outside of our fence, that would technically have been illegal.
There's little drones in everyone's backyard making sure you're not
that's-
moving
who's
bird
gonna know?
nests.
But still,
Yeah.
That's why there's the dead of night.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there you
Cover
go.
of night.
one interesting thing about robins, who are also very dumb, is if you move their nest 2 feet, they will stop taking care of their birds because they're like, "That's not my nest. That's some other bird's
Yeah,
nest."
robins are
Really?
really
Yep.
dumb.
Because they're like, "Oh, well, my nest was on this thing." And this thing doesn't have a nest in it, so I guess that's not my nest.
Yeah.
They have little
Bird
heads.
brain.
How
I
much
know.
brain can be in that?
Yeah,
little
they
head?
can't have too powerful of brains.
We get robins that argue with themselves in our windows.
Yeah.
Pretty
Oh, yeah.
frequently.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be doing the dishes and then some robin will be fighting with its reflection. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, wildlife. A lot of wildlife is very stupid.
Well, Bob, I have to ask you this question because you and I are pretty close to the same age. Is that why Mel Blanc invented Bugs Bunny as this wisecracking, very smart bunny?
Such an
I
anomaly.
mean, is that where it came from, do you think?
Maybe.
I
Had he met
wonder.
Alex's dog, he would have been gone after a few episodes.
Maya's.
His head would have been gone.
She hasn't
She's a
murdered
murdering
She
machine
hasn't
if she
murdered
can.
anything in a long time, though. Like, when we first got her, it was like
Well, what is she? What
chipmunks,
breed?
squirrels.
She's a predator.
She's a rat terrier, right?
No, she's
that's what
she's
we
a
go after.
Chihuahua, cattle dog, all sorts of other
Terrier
things.
something or she's some
Terrier,
sort
they
of terrier,
like
I'm
rodents.
sure of it.
Yeah.
Well, if you hadn't hung every dead thing up by its tail in the backyard as a warning to the others, you
Yes.
probably
Yeah,
would have.
yeah. Because when we first got her, the first couple months, it was like dead thing after dead thing after dead thing on our deck,
They do learn to not show up.
and she hasn't killed anything in a while.
The assassin.
And then yeah, some idiot bunny decided to have baby bunnies right in the center of our yard.
Yep.
Now, I know the answer. She's had her rabies shots, right? Because you don't know what she's chewing into.
Yes, yeah, she's had, because those are only every couple years,
Every
right?
3.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And rabbits
But still.
also, it's uncommon for something like a rabbit to have rabies because they're so
Yeah.
small that if they get it, they die so quickly.
Yeah.
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 Well,
it's
they
like,
were
it's like
they
you never
were
hear
baby.
about rabbit squirrels.
These bunnies were like the size of a toad.
Oh,
Very unusual for them
So
to be
like
rabbits,
yeah, that would not have contracted rabies. But yeah, we do. Because Birch, when we adopted him, it was like 5 years because where he came from, they don't get it as frequently or something. It's different in every state. I
Yeah.
remember being like, that's a really long time.
More bats in a state generally means higher incidence of rabies because
That makes
bats
sense,
are
yeah.
the, I think, number one carrier of rabies outside of dogs.
Interesting.
But
For some reason,
think
bats-
about that little wabbit. It's standing there. It's like the size of a 40-foot white shark and a toddler. By
Yeah.
comparison of the size.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Well, sometimes I
know.
think of like, we got a 9-month-old at home, 10-month-old actually now.
Hey.
Yeah, and he's coming up on a year already, if you can
Right.
believe it.
I know.
Wow.
And sometimes I think like, he'll just crawl up to you and try to like stand up, grab your legs and stuff. And like, imagine the size difference if, like, to us as fully sized humans,
Yeah.
that would be a person who's like 60 feet tall.
If we're going up to a building and being like, help me.
Yeah, but like to him, just crawling around with these gigantic people is completely normal.
I know, it is
That's
weird.
his world.
And then,
Yep.
like dogs too. Like, yeah.
Especially chihuahuas, like the ones that you can fit in your hand.
Yeah.
It's like we must be some sort of mythological creature to them.
They're like, I'll listen to you.
So, as you said that, think back, all of you, to when you were that size, what you can remember. I
Nothing.
never thought, my God, they're so much bigger. That was never even a
That's
thought.
true.
Yeah.
Because
Well, yeah, it's
my
just-
brain was about the size of the rabbits then.
Bob, I got to ask you a sports question.
Yes, sir.
I am livid about this because I'm fed
Oh,
up
dear.
with Major League Baseball. I
Yeah.
want to watch the All-Star game tonight.
Yeah.
They have made several announcements on other television channels. Unless you have the HBO version of the MLB, you will not be able to get the game unless you buy it.
So if you
What?
if you have HBO, you can't watch it. Why is it on HBO?
I don't
anyway?
know if it's HBO.
Because they
What?
farm them out. They're trying to make
Andy-
money off of these streaming services.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
Andy,
sick
will
of
you
it.
look up and see where the game is tonight? Maybe it's not HBO.
It's got to be. No, that can't be. Because I don't have any intention of watching it. I was shocked that I flipped through, and I got enthralled with the home run derby because I love the Cal Raleigh story with his dad pitching and his brother catching.
Yeah.
And the guy's got 38 home runs at the All-Star break.
Wow.
Yeah.
And he's a catcher. My God, it's incredible, what this guy has done. But I didn't even give him any thought to watching it, to watching the game tonight. It's got to be. How do you not put the All-Star game on television?
On
where
MLB,
people-
or at least on the MLB
So
channel.
what do you got, Andy? What'd you find?
I can't really find anything. Apparently, it's going to be on twins.tv.
It's on Fox.
Oh, it's on Fox. There you
Yeah,
go.
how do you know
makes
that?
sense.
Because I called up ESPN MLB scoreboard. They tell you who carries it.
Oh, see, I didn't know that.
So if you don't have Fox in your house, you're not going to get the All-Star game.
Well, everyone has Fox.
Yeah.
Do they?
Channel 9.
Yeah, you'll have Fox.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we have Fox, but I'm just talking about, remember back in the day when watching baseball was free? God, it was
Nothing's
wonderful.
free.
You could sit at home and with your TV and watch every game
I know,
if you
but then
wanted to.
they oversold the commercial time, and everybody
Yep.
hated commercials, and so somebody came up with this, and now we have commercials and high prices.
Well, the day's coming, Tom, and it'll happen in our lifetimes if we, live a few more years, which we should.
Would hope.
Where it'll all be pay TV. You'll have to go to
Yep.
Prime Video's got
Yep.
games now, and
Yep.
Netflix is trying to get involved. You won't see it on CBS or NBC or Fox anymore.
Do you
They're
think-
all going to be paid.
You think that a couple of them are just going to swallow up every other streaming
Yeah, because
station?
there's too much
and-
money involved.
Yeah, and then
I mean,
everything will
streaming
just be a la
services,
carte.
they will eat them up. And
Yeah.
I'm sure you watch the Thursday night games on Prime Video, right?
Yeah, I've watched them, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and they put on a decent show, but I mean, I think that's where it's all. The NFL is. I mean, they are brilliant marketers. That's like putting their toe in the water to test to see the reaction people have. Probably the best thing for regular TV was when Netflix blew that fight. Wasn't it the fight with Tyson where it kept going out?
Oh,
could not-
yeah,
they
yep.
couldn't keep it on the air
Yep.
because they had too many people buying it or watching
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, people
Yep.
were really mad.
And that was a mess.
I've got sports news,
All right.
courtesy of Joe. Teddy Bridgewater has been suspended from his coaching job.
Why?
What did he do? He's a good guy.
Apparently, impermissible benefits to his players. I don't know what the benefits
Ooh.
were. I wonder if I can.
Slipping him some dough.
I'm guessing doing
Cars?
their homework for them, that sort of thing. If I had to guess,
Getting a phone call from Vietnam. Anybody
Great.
recognize that
probably one of
number?
our other listeners.
Vietnam
What
calling
the
in.
heck?
Checking in.
It's a Vietnamese prince trying to give you money.
Yeah.
10 grand.
I'm sure
Answer
that's
answer
it. I'm sure that's
he's-
it.
You got to answer that and put it on the air.
He was covering all expenses for the team from Uber rides, meals, recovery supplies, painting the field, that sort of
God,
thing.
I have no problem with this.
I don't know. Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently that's impermissible.
I only met Teddy one time, but he was a very nice guy.
He is a good guy. And you know what? They got all this NIL money coming in. There should be ways for this to be covered.
Bridgewater has made $64 million in career and NFL earnings.
That's not bad
So he's doing
considering
well.
he didn't play much.
I was going to say.
Well,
he didn't
coaches
even
get
really-
paid decently too, right?
Yes.
Not that decent.
Well, not that.
The guy who's been incredible is Kirk Cousins. One playoff win and he's brought in close to $400 million.
How is
He's
that
so whiny.
possible?
Man, last week or a couple of weeks ago, he went on this quarterback thing, the Netflix, he was the returning guy. They had 3 last year, and now he's on it again, saying, well, if I knew that they were going to draft their quarterback so early, I would have stayed with the Vikings. No, you wouldn't.
I
like
saw
Homer
that.
Simpson
$100
there.
million guaranteed. You were never going to stay with the Vikings. They didn't want you either.
The highest earning coach was Bill Belichick, $20 million a year.
Wow.
So actually, they can make a decent amount of
Well,
money.
Teddy Bridgewater's coaching high school football.
That's true. High school football coaches probably.
Not,
Oh, wait a minute. He was doing all that to high schoolers? I thought it was college.
Yeah, high school is not. Yeah, I don't know.
But like you said, he was in the NFL, so it's like he's got good life savings, I would hope. Although we were just talking about how most of them don't.
No, everything I know about him, he was a really classy guy.
Oh, well. Maybe he's
That's
one of the
good.
few football players who didn't blow all of his money
All right,
immediately.
so if he's paying players some money to do some odd chores around,
No, he's paying for
Lining
their
the field.
stuff.
I mean, somebody has to do it.
Well-
Why not?
Yeah.
Why can't you hire them in
Yeah.
the summer and give them their summer job?
Yeah, there's all sorts of things. It's like, don't suspend him, salute his compassion. Like, he's just trying to help the players out. It's not like
Yeah.
it's giving them any benefit to play better. It's
no,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So why not? I just don't understand what the problem
And
is.
he's not paying them. Come to my school. I'll give you an Uber ride.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a high school,
Right.
and I think it's his old high school. That's ridiculous.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, that'll do it.
So the hell with them.
Have you watched the
There you go.
Have you watched the news this morning, Bob?
Not a lot of it, but part of it.
Did you see why one United States admiral got suspended or even kicked out of the?
He got de-admiraled.
He got de-admiral. Did you hear why?
No, why?
And I just don't understand what this is. Look, you do what you do, and you like to live your life the way you do. That's your business. I'm not criticizing that. But you do have a job as an admiral. He got at least suspended, maybe even kicked out of the service, because on his ship, every Saturday night they would have drag queen shows.
Probably not the best thing to have on a ship in the middle of the
What are
ocean.
you doing? I just, like I said, if that's what you like, good for you. That's your life, whatever. But I don't think you're supposed to be using U.S. dollars to do whatever you want with them.
Let's see. They withdrew his nomination to lead the Pacific Fleet.
There you go.
He was the head of the Pacific Fleet.
Yes.
Well, he was
Or he was
going
gonna
to be, and
He was
now,
going
my
to be,
God.
yep.
now he's not.
You know, when you go back though, the Greeks did it all the time. All
Yeah,
their plays.
You know what?
exactly.
Do whatever you want on your own time with your own money.
Yes, exactly.
Well, the
Well,
thing
he's
is,
in a ship in the middle of the ocean. That's all the time he
all
has.
the time in the world. The thing is, he wasn't holding drag shows. He was having the sailors dress up in drag and do their own shows,
yes.
which is a little odd.
Did they want to?
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, it's
but
like,
it's
was
kind
he
of like,
forcing them?
He was open-minded.
I guess so.
I don't understand why this is that big of a problem.
Well, I mean, in the military, you're expected to, you have to have your hair be exactly 5 millimeters long and all
Yeah.
that crap. And it's like,
I'm
you
sure
get a,
they
you get a
they
mote
wore
of
wigs.
dirt on your uniform, and you get launched into the sun.
What's the difference between dressing up as having a drag show and watching a movie?
Well,
like,
I
really,
think because they were spending federal money on it. Is that not right?
I don't
Well,
know.
they bought their own clothes, and also those big duffel bags that sailors carry.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't forget to
Yeah,
put
I
your
guess
wig
we-
and makeup
I
and
guess,
Yeah,
I guess we
evening
don't
gown
know
in
the
there.
whole story.
yeah,
so it's
I
hard
was
to
gonna say, it's kinda
decide.
hard
Yeah,
to-
like I said, no, I don't. You want to be a drag queen? Good for you. You live your life. It's whatever. But I just don't. When you're on the ship, you should probably just do your job.
Well, and
That'd
maybe
be-
maybe some other people don't like it. I mean, not everybody
I don't know.
wants
Did
that
they
culture.
swab the deck in heels?
Yeah, that'd be hard to
Well,
do.
another thing is, I mean, imagine what it does to foreign morale. Like, you send a bunch of pictures of the American military doing a drag show, send them over to North Korea, they're going to be like, oh yeah, we'll just go kill them all. It'll be easy.
That's probably true.
Because, I mean, that's, like, North Korea, that's what they're going to think when they see that sort of thing.
Hey, drag queens they're tough people.
They're tough.
Gotta be.
It's a lot to deal with. when
There was
you're-
one guy, I guess, Andy, does it say his name? He was like the
Nice,
star
Luigi.
of the show every week.
Joe says if you're deployed on a ship, you're supposed to be able to assume combat conditions at any time.
Yes, right.
So
You
if
could
you're wearing
still-
heels and
Maybe
makeup,
they weren't wearing heels. You can do combat and makeup.
Oh, there's
flat-
video of the guys doing it.
Oh,
yeah.
One specific guy, and he is head to toe. He's really
Well, that
into
is
it.
true. You do have to be ready
You
for
have to be
anything.
combat
'cause
ready.
You never
Yeah.
know when you're going to be
Yeah,
fired
it's like we're not
upon
at
or
war, but you
whatever.
never know.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
someone like a bomber starts flying overhead.
Yep.
Now you got to take off all of your dress and your
Just-
high
no,
heels
you
and
just-
stuff.
You show up with that. You just go to your spot.
Judy.
Go to your position.
And again,
What's
like-
you
Jude's
doing?
doing the leg lick rounds.
Blum, blum,
Oh,
blum.
yeah, he loves doing that. But I just, like I said, you do what you do and whatever, but you can't be
Somebody
using
needs some
the
attention.
federal taxpayers' money to do whatever you want. It's not a good idea.
Yeah, Governor Walz is in a bit of hot water.
Oh, 473 million? Is that what it was?
He
Oh, it's
spent
up to that?
$473 million of taxpayers' money to use D.C. lawyers to prepare for his hearing.
Yep.
It wasn't just lawyers. They used librarians. It was $350 an hour to $700 an hour for this. And don't we have people in the state to prepare him?
Well-
Also, he went to the Capitol. All they do is, and this is what I hate about these politicians. You can only tell me yes or no, yes or no. Well, I mean, you can't give context to anything. That's all they want. And he came off horribly.
Yeah.
So they didn't prepare him very well.
Is he the worst governor we've ever had?
Okay, here's the thing that I would say. How many people were fired from the scandals with the feed the whatever
Yeah.
future
Feeding Our
program, whatever
Future.
they
Yes,
called it.
right, yeah.
0 were fired.
Yep.
No one paid the price.
Yep.
And I will say this: the media in Minnesota, it's shameful.
Oh, it's
It is.
terrible.
None of them. They just let it go.
Yep.
I think Channel 5 might be doing the best job because Hauser does a decent job.
Yeah, Tom Hauser's very good.
But I mean, no other station is really going after this because how again does he not hold someone accountable? He's accountable, yet
Well,
he just skates on everything.
The press is accountable for a lot of this because,
Yep.
you
They
know,
let it happen.
this has been going back for many years now, where it was a bunch of schools that the Somalis were running there were no students.
Yeah.
There were Medicab kind of services that they were billing, and they weren't taking anybody anywhere.
Right.
And it just built up. It's like, look, we can get away with this. Why shouldn't we be able to
And-
get away with everything? And
Some were held accountable, but one of the problems is because a lot of the theft
But it wasn't
did
because of the
involve
press.
minorities, and they won't go after minorities.
right.
It's like the Democrats. Oh well, we can't do that.
Isn't it racist to do that?
I think so.
Yeah,
That's as
you're
racist as hell
Yeah,
to do
you're not.
that.
You're not capable of existing in our system without fraud.
Exactly.
That's very
I love how
insulting.
racism is one-sided. Only one side can be racist, not all the other ones. Like, come on.
But no officials who green lighted all of this stuff and sent all the money and had no oversight.
Nobody.
Nobody's in trouble for that.
Nope.
Which they should
No,
be.
they just gated. And he's running again for governor.
He
And
is?
It's every indication is that he is.
God, he's
Well,
terrible.
he wants to be governor again so that he's governor when he runs for president.
Oh,
Because obviously
God.
he's going to do that. I mean, that's his little world tour or tour around the country.
I don't know. All the feedback on him throughout the nation and even over in Europe was not good.
No, it was
He's not hearing any of it.
Yeah.
He's not
No.
listening to it.
So I did some research, and I think the worst governor we ever had was probably Samuel Meddery,
Okay.
Who's that?
Yeah, old man.
who
he
was
horrible.
indicted by a grand jury in 1864 for conspiracy against the government.
Oh, well,
there
that'll
you
do
go.
it.
Well,
So we have a long history of bad governors.
at least they were proactive back then.
That's true.
One thing I got to tell you,
Conspiring is still action.
I find this, it just riles the hell. Tim Walz, Governor Walz, stop acting like you're a tough guy. I've known a lot of tough guys. You're not a tough guy. I'm just here to tell you.
I read something that, okay, so apparently when Kamala Harris was deciding who she wanted as a running mate, it was Shapiro
Yeah.
or Walls.
Josh
It was
Shapiro.
down to Josh Shapiro
Yeah.
or Walls. And apparently it came down to, and hopefully, maybe this isn't true, but it's a good story anyway.
Yeah.
Shapiro was drinking water when asked what he wanted to drink, and Walls wanted Diet Mountain Dew. And Kamala thought that Diet Mountain Dew was more of the kind of people they wanted
Oh, my
What?
God.
as voters.
Diet Mountain Dew people? It's very specific.
I mean,
There's another thought on that I saw someone do. She wanted someone dumber than her.
That's a possibility.
Shapiro was too smart.
Have you ever met him, Bob, in person?
I never have. No,
I never have either, so I don't know what his deal
no.
is. But when he
'cause
come
I
out on
stopped,
stage,
I know, it's his jazz hands. It's like,
God.
who are you all of a sudden?
I go
Are
back
you
to
Elmer
Popish.
Fudd or are you Jazz Hands? I mean, I
Yeah.
don't think you can be both.
yeah,
Do whatever you want, Mom.
through Carlson or Palenti. Palenti was the governor just before, right? Mm-hmm. Before Walls. I think
Yeah.
he was. Wasn't
No,
he? Or
what?
No, no, it
No,
was,
no.
no, who was the governor?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Dayton.
Bob,
Yeah,
that's right.
he was, yeah, he was
Y'all
governor
forgot.
forever.
I interviewed all of them, and I've never interviewed Walls because I pretty much backed away from the newspaper by the time he took over.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I only know him from afar. Now, some people think he's a decent guy. He might be a decent guy, but I don't think he's a good leader for this.
No,
He's a terrible
a
leader.
crap governor.
There's no question. He's a terrible governor. When you spend $470,000 or $1 million of taxpayer money and you're a good guy,
Well,
Why would you even hire these people? It's
Exactly.
absurd. When you have a staff of your own, somebody told me it was Brian McDaniel. He and I were talking about it this morning on my show, and he had said they were paying this money for Googling. Some of the stuff was just Googled.
Oh,
you can't have an intern Google something for you.
so you get a $500,000
to pay
bucks
that
for
money
Googling?
and to come off as bad as he did. It's,
Unbelievable.
incredible. Now I know we don't want to get political, but I mean I've had Kendall Qualls on my show a number of times, and
He's a
this
good guy.
showed up.
Yeah.
He is a good guy. Showed up. What he did at the Buffalo Rodeo, it's this. What is it? 250th anniversary of the Army, right? Is it 250 or one? I think or 200th anniversary of the U.S. Army.
250, I think.
250. All right. He showed up wearing a Civil War era uniform replica.
Really?
All wool in 90-degree weather, didn't sweat, got on a horse, carried the flag, galloped around.
Wow.
And when he announced he's running for governor, 4,000 people basically got on their feet and cheered because they're so tired of what's
Yep.
happening here. Now,
Yep.
rodeo crowds are kind of right. They lean a little to the
little
right.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But, I think that he's got a shot because something has to change here. Something
there's
has
no
to
doubt.
I don't know. I think with the population centers voting
Yeah,
the way
Minnesota's
they do,
not
I
gonna
don't know.
change for a long,
I mean,
long
unless
time.
everybody gets out to vote, which that's not historically accurate in a lot of areas.
Bob, can you stay for one more segment, or do you got to go?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You got another one? Okay. Bob
Yeah.
Sands for Sports brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers seeking justice for the injured. Contact Bradshaw and Bryant at MinnesotaPersonalInjury.com. Back in just a couple of minutes. More with Bob Sansevier. Why should your business bank with North American Banking Company? Here's Brian Thiel, president of Abrasives of St. Paul.
What I like best about North American Banking Company is the small town feel with great products and very good service, and I love the people. I would definitely recommend North American to other business owners. A lot of banks I get juice from, and North American Banking Company is the one.
So why not bank where I bank? With my friends at North American Banking Company. Go to nabanco.com to learn more. That's nabanco.com, or stop by any one of their 6 Twin Cities locations. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. For Bradshaw and Bryant, Michael Bryant. Michael, what's up?
Dealing with another case where a person gave a statement to the adjuster because they thought the person was really friendly.
Is that a good idea?
Well, the problem is they know the law when they call you up. And while you're trying to be fair and you're trying to get help, the reality is there are questions you get asked that the way you answer them make a big difference. And people put themselves in trouble. And when they aren't in trouble, they didn't do anything wrong. But suddenly the adjuster's got a statement that can blow up their case completely.
What has caused people to be so untrustworthy, I guess is the best way I could put it? They take advantage.
Well, insurance companies have hired adjusters whose job it is to deal with unrepresented people. So they're supposed to kind of lure them in, call them every day, see how they're doing, and people are like, oh, I'm doing pretty good. Where the reality is they've kind of adjusted to their problem that they've got going on. So it's not that they're completely better, but the way they say it gets to be a problem. And that's why having somebody who can explain your rights, represent you, make sure that you understand the law before you give a statement can make a big difference in your case.
Michael Bryant, Bradshaw and Bryant. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. Bob Sansevier with us. Alex had to leave to pick up her kid. She just ran down the list, and Bob, you'll remember these days. Andy, you haven't had him yet. I have to leave right now because I have to pick up Sage and bring him to this camp. Then I have to pick up Fawn and take her to the other camp. And then I got to go back and get Fawn and take her to her other camp. And then I got to go get Sage and take him back home.
I should
Never
go to a
gonna
splash
happen.
pad, and then there's a track meet.
All of our kids combined get one thing per day, and they have to fight over it.
That's it.
Who gets the thing that we're going to take who to?
Just one thing at a time.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
right.
I've got a 16-year-old, and it's still like that.
Is it really?
She's announced recently that, I don't really think I want my license now. Sam didn't get her license till she was 18.
I didn't. I was 17 at least.
I forced you to.
Yeah, you
I'm
made-
like,
I
I
didn't
can't be
wanna.
driving you guys everywhere all the time.
I just take the bus to school.
3
easy.
sons, the day they turned 15, they got their farm license.
You know
What-
what's
Because they
hilarious?
wanted to drive.
What does a farm license do for you?
It allowed. Well, you're supposed to go on farm runs.
Is it
to,
a
like,
Class
the co-op and
C?
get things. Just it's a regular license. You can't go farther than 20 miles though from your farm.
Oh, huh! I never even heard of that.
Yeah.
Bob, it was so weird because I did the morning show over at K-Fan a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
And of course, Sam works in the building, right?
Yep.
And when she walked out, it's like, you're not a little kid anymore. It was
No,
really
she used
weird.
to babysit Jude and everything,
Yeah,
and that's
she
now
did.
she's going to have a baby.
Yeah, I know.
She's a grown woman.
Got her little baby bump going.
I know,
Yep.
she is.
And she hates when I say, "How's my granddaughter doing?" Because she doesn't want to know what it is.
Oh, she doesn't?
Yeah,
I don't have the patience. I want to know.
you were like that, I think, saying that we were going to have a girl this time for sure.
I thought for sure you were a girl.
Never happened.
Well, you were born, I don't know, I didn't have any ultrasounds with you at all. Alex, I did.
Oh.
But, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
why.
Sam, she has been very vigilant about it because she had 2 miscarriages and then she had
Right.
Yeah.
surgery, and that seems to have taken care of what the issue was. But I mean, it's great. I mean, she's due in November, and I kind of like just telling her it's gonna. Cause, no, it's not. We don't know what it's gonna be. Okay, settle down.
You know, it's strange how so many women are having miscarriage after miscarriage.
yeah,
and
it
how
seems like a lot.
It just, yeah, it really does.
Well,
I mean,
hers was a physical thing, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's diet. In other cases.
I don't know, but it seems
Well,
like
a lot of
everybody
it
I
is
know.
definitely the obesity epidemic because obesity
No
and PCOS
No,
are very
the
strongly
people I'm
related.
thinking of there's no obesity is a factor at all with the people that I know. I mean, you hardly ever hear of somebody just getting pregnant, except for like Melissa
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
She was fine. Mm-hmm. And Alex was fine. You know, it took her a little tiny bit longer to get pregnant than she thought, and she was devastated. It's like, just go with the flow.
Okay, I've never told this before, and Mary and I, because we wanted to have kids, and weren't having any, and she came home one day with a cup, and I said, "What's that for?" "Well, the doctor wants to check your sperm." I said, "Come on." So we went and made a kid. I had to turn on the Italian genes.
You just needed to motivate your swimmers.
You made a kid out of spite.
No,
Good God.
get rid of that thing.
Yeah, come on, guys, let's move on.
And I took care of goodness
Honest to God.
5 times.
Well, you hear about that too. You know, people that are like, "Oh, well, we're giving up. We're starting to explore adoption," and then they get all their paperwork in, and they're waiting, and then all of a sudden they get pregnant.
It happens.
It does
And
happen.
I mean, every one of us that have had kids have different stories. So.
That's very true. But it just seems like there's a higher incident of miscarriages these days.
And with Sam, obviously, I mean, I was devastated for her because, anyone who's had a miscarriage, I have empathy for him because we were
Yes.
told when
Yep.
Mary was pregnant with our son Spencer that she had miscarried.
What?
There's some blood test that you have done.
I don't remember
and
this.
You may know what but it's supposed to go up and up and up. And the doctor said she should be at 10,000, and she was at the number 10. And he said, everything I know about science tells me she miscarried. So really, it was for like a night and part of the next day. But I said, we need to have an ultrasound because she seems fine. So I warned the nurse, and we go in for the ultrasound. The nurse screams. I said, "What?" "Well, there's a heartbeat." It turned out that the place they sent the blood to, they didn't calibrate the equipment properly.
Oh, for
God.
God's
Oh, God.
sake.
Imagine how many women were told they miscarried and started drinking again,
Yeah.
or doing things that they wouldn't have
Or
done.
be just
Maybe
completely
did miscarry.
devastated for,
Yeah.
What?
But the point I'm making is I have some because it just was that empty feeling, and my heart goes out to anyone
Yeah.
who's had to deal with a miscarriage because it is very difficult to deal with.
Well, and
You know,
another factor is that women know that they're pregnant so much earlier now.
And it's like 3 weeks now.
It's 3 weeks.
yeah.
So, I
Wow,
mean, what
really?
you wouldn't even know.
What's the telltale to say I think that you're pregnant? Is there something
If you're
new?
trying and you just take pregnancy tests, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, just that's okay.
Yeah, you don't just know. You have to be looking for it, but you can tell very, very easy, very, very early.
Alex had a friend who was very promiscuous, and she took pregnancy tests all the time for
Constantly,
other
yeah.
reasons.
Oh, actually, it's earliest they can detect it is 6 days now.
What?
Yeah,
6 days?
Right, and I mean, I think a lot of times if you think that you're pregnant in 6 days or 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
even if it says that you are, you maybe not really. I don't know. There's got to be false positives.
There are special pregnancy tests that can detect a pregnancy before your missed period.
Yeah, and so in the old days, you wouldn't know you were pregnant basically until you were in your third month,
how
second,
old
third
are we
month.
talking? Like
Well,
60s?
No, even in the early 2000s, I don't think people
No.
knew that they were pregnant in 3 to 6 days.
Well, no, not 3 to 6, but they had pregnancy tests in the year 2000.
Well, I know,
Well-
but you wouldn't usually take a pregnancy test unless you thought that you were
Well,
probably
yeah.
pregnant, which means you would skip a period, right? So
Right.
that's
Well,
that's at least a month.
That was the telltale is, oh, I missed my period.
Yes,
I better
well-
go take a pregnancy test.
right.
There's probably tests now where you take them before you have sex and know if you'll absolutely
Yeah,
get
for
pregnant.
real.
Because your body's raring to go.
Yeah, you just get a precog from Minority Report and be like, hey,
Could be.
Yeah, but I think sometimes all of this technology and all this science stuff is actually maybe not the best emotionally. Is
well,
what
knowing
I'm
it's
saying.
6 days, I mean, I don't know what percentage of pregnancies that early miscarry, but it's a lot, and you usually wouldn't even know.
Well, even before a month, you would just think you were having your period.
Yeah, exactly. Like
You wouldn't know
That's a
unless
great
you took a
point.
test. Yeah, so you would just think, oh, I'm not pregnant, and you wouldn't have the devastating idea of a miscarriage.
Let's see. 1 in 4 end in a miscarriage that early.
Really?
But you wouldn't know about it. You
Right.
would, like you said, you would just think it's like a really heavy period or
Yep.
something. And so now everyone knows when they're miscarrying that young, and it becomes like devastating to them.
Right.
When, I mean, it's just a fact of life at that early stage. That's why Melissa and I both times waited until 3 months to tell anyone. Because
Right.
at 3 months, that's when the odds get much, much
Second
better.
trimester is usually
Yeah.
safer.
Yep,
You're
exactly.
usually
We didn't
safe.
tell anyone in the first 3 months.
That's
So-
what Sam did.
Yep.
She didn't tell anyone
Yep.
I
There
get it.
you go.
why you would do it.
All right,
Anyway.
Bob. So we'll talk to you again next week, and
Monday, right? We're going back to Monday.
Going back to Monday, I think.
Yep.
I assume that's
live for
probably
that.
true.
After the regular schedule.
And I can't talk about it a whole lot, but Bob and I are working on something with Mike Oberg that might be kind of cool, but we can't talk about it yet.
Let's just
Start
say
writing that book.
It involves a spaceship and Mars.
Yes, it involves.
Let's
a
ask our
spaceship and
listeners, those of you who think it's a great idea for Tom to write a biography.
No, that's not what it is.
No, but
No,
now I'm
this is-
saying I want you to do this before you forget
but
your
do
life.
it the way Tom and I have
Wow.
discussed it. We do it at least once a week. We do a chapter on air, then have it transcribed, and people go to like Patreon or one of those places to get both the audio and the written version of it.
I love it. Do it.
That's the way to do it.
You
Give it
guys
to
talk
both
amongst
ways.
yourselves.
No, it's you. You would have to actually show up.
No.
You could just
Tom would have
you
to
could just
show up.
stay in the studio and do it.
As
All
part of the
right.
show.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about it, Bob. Bob and I are going to be
All right.
spending a lot of time together in the upcoming months. So, all right, Sandy, we will talk to you on Monday.
As I say, I live for that. We'll see you later.
We do
Bye.
as well. Bob Sansevier, Sports, brought to you by Bradshaw and Bryant, personal injury lawyers. We'll take a break. Be right back in a couple minutes. Wrap things up right after this. I'm talking with my friends Michael Bilski and Brad Huckle of North American Banking Company. Guys, business owners have had to deal with a lot over the last few years, haven't they?
They sure have, Tommy. We pride ourselves on being able to help our customers with the challenges they face.
Our business bankers are experts and are always ready to help our customers capitalize on opportunities and solve problems.
Loan decisions come quickly because they're made here in the Twin Cities and not shipped out of state like at some of the national banks in town.
This allows our customers to expand their businesses with confidence, knowing that they have our team of experts in their corner.
Okay, so now you give me this big thing at the end. Way to go.
Well, you are the professional.
Oh, I forgot. Look, I know Brad and Mike, and I trust them with my banking. They've personally delivered on everything they've just said, so why not bank with my banker? North American Banking Company, a better banking experience, member FDIC, equal housing lender. It's Tom for Welshire, Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities. Welshire, Alzheimer's and Dementia Care Facilities, are a place where your loved one will live with pride and dignity. If you care deeply about someone in your life, Wellshire is the place I highly recommend. Wellshire is a memory care focused facility that has a full nursing team, always staffed within the building 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They have never used or relied on any staffing agencies. Wellshire of Medina is now accepting elderly waivers after 12 months of private pay. I know them personally, and they are a family-owned local company conveniently located right in Medina and Bloomington. They're the best staffed memory care facility in the state. Wellshire has a robust community with activities 7 days a week. If your loved one is in need of a memory care facility, please get in touch with my friends at Wellshire. Set up a tour or learn more at wellshiremn.com. That's WEALSHIREMN.com.
Never seen you looking so bad, my funky.
All right, that's going to do it for today. So the weather's supposed to hold up.
Yeah, it's just supposed to be hot and muggy.
But it's been
Yep.
great.
Typical July in Minnesota.
There's a lot of shade, though. Around where we live, there's a lot of shade.
Yeah, we do like shade.
When it's in the 90s, it doesn't help that much.
It does help a lot, actually, especially
Oh, it
if
really does.
especially if it's not beating on cement and brick
Yeah,
walls all
yep.
day long.
I
It's true.
suppose.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow. That'll do it.
Bye.
Bye.